Okay, so the question we have today is, should I leave my partner after finding out that they cheated? This is a great question, and thank you for submitting it. This is something that I get asked a lot, and I get asked a lot in a lot of different ways, and a lot of people come to counseling trying to figure out how to work through this. So you already know there's no easy answer to this, and there's no easy solution. So let's talk through some of the things that are major factors in if you should stay or if you should go, really. So one of the big ones is your partner's willingness to work. So are they willing to be open with you? Are they willing to try? Are they willing to kind of give you what you need to start to feel better? And do you even know what you need? Do you know what you need to start to trust them again? Because that's really difficult, and it's not an easy thing to figure out, and it probably will change, and it will probably look different, depending on the day. So is your partner willing to work with you with that? Are they willing to go to counseling? Are they willing to do their own work? Are they willing to look at what happened and why it happened and work on the root cause of that? Because if they're not, and if you're not, and if you aren't doing that as a couple, then you're just going to have the same thing probably happen again, or it's going to come out in different ways. So are you and are they willing to work through it? If so, it's still a long road, but it's possible. But you have to be willing to work, both of you. The other thing is, what are you going to do if they don't? So a lot of times, especially after you find out that something happened, maybe they're really remorseful, maybe they say they want to change and say they want to make it work and say they're going to do all these things, and often they don't. And nothing changes. They expect you to get over it, and maybe they won't even, go to therapy, or maybe they won't do those things that you need to do. Then what are you going to do? What I see happen a lot is people hold that boundary at first and they say, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to get help, we have to go to therapy, we have to do all these things. The partner doesn't, and then they stay, and then they end up coming to me for counseling because their partner won't. So what are you going to do if that happens? Are you willing to leave? Are you willing to walk away? Or are you going to put up with it? And really, if I'm real talking here, they have the power. If you're going to put up with this and not hold the boundary and not hold them accountable and basically let them kind of do whatever they want, then they can, right? They can. They have the power. They can do that. And frankly, you're allowing them to do that, and you're allowing them to treat you that way. And that's probably not fair, but you're allowing it. So get clear on what you're willing to put up with and what you're not, and make sure if you're not willing to put up with something that you're willing to walk away. So really there's only 3 answers to anything. You accept it, you change it, or you leave it. That's it. That's all we have. And we could use that to pretty simply answer almost any question like this, right? So are you willing to accept it? If the answer is no, I'm not willing to accept it, then that is out. There's only 2 options now. Change it or leave it. You're probably going to try to change it, and that's probably really healthy and really valid to try to work on you and to work on them and to work on you as a couple. But then what if that doesn't work? What if it's not working? Where's your line? When are you going to say, okay, that's enough, I can't do this anymore, I can't try anymore? Where's your line? And if they're not willing to change and you're not willing to accept it, are you willing to leave? Because if you're not, then you're just basically accepting life that's not pleasant and not healthy, and it's going to feel really bad for you. because you're nowhere. You're going to be fighting with it, and you're going to feel awful, and there's going to be nothing you can do about it because you can't change them. You can't accept it, and you won't leave. You're choosing just to sit in pain, and that's really hard, and it's really painful. Now I know that that's really simple, right? The way I said that is really simple. Leave, change, or accept. There's so many factors that go into this that make this so complicated, and I'm not trying to kind of undervalue those at all. Kids are a huge factor. Finances are a factor. Immigration status could be a factor. There's so many things here that are huge factors, right? And that could maybe make you try harder, or be in that uncomfortable place longer because you want to make it work. Maybe it's just that you really love them and you really want to try. Maybe it's your religion, says that you need to put everything you can into the relationship to try to make it work. Maybe family is a factor. Families can really have a big influence in this. So I don't want to kind of seem like those aren't important, because they really are, and they need to be figured out, and they need to be sorted through, and they are such big factors. But when it comes down to it, it's really about you looking at, is this healthy for me? Can I make this work? And do I have control to make this work? Is my partner willing? And then if all those factors aren't there, getting the support and the help you need to be able to walk away if that's what you need to do. And I really do advocate for you getting your own help and your own support, because whether you're working through this with somebody and you want to make it work, getting your own help and support is going to help you do that better. Or if it goes the way that you end up leaving them, you're going to value and really, benefit from support that way as well. So whatever way it goes, get your own help, build yourself up, do your own work, do what you need to do to take care of you, and make the best decision for you and everyone involved. So I know that's not an easy or a simple answer. It's not. It's a really complicated question. If you guys want me to kind of go more into situational factors, we can talk through that as well. But this is kind of just a general question of, should I leave or should I stay? And there's a lot of factors to determine. So I hope that helps. I hope it gives you at least something to think about, a lot to think about, hopefully, and to work through, and get your own support and work through it as best as you can.